oh, is this the second Friday of the next month? It's not, it's still August, cause boom! Bonus episode, Q and Awesome. I'm Bryce Cooke, and this is the show where you ask questions and we answer them poorly. Pretty poorly. As you may know, we usually only do one episode of Q and Awesome per month, but since it was unscripted and there were so many questions, we felt like we could not turn a blind eye. We didn't want to make anyone feel left out, so we decided 2 episodes this month to cover all of your questions. Now, I have not seen the second half of these questions. Trevon, my cameraman, is gonna read them to me, and I'm gonna answer them rapid fire from the heart. From the heart. So, let's get started.
Which actor would you want to play you in the movies?
Chris Pratt. I mean, for obvious reasons. 1, the dude is hilarious. 2, look at this face. The only face that can rival this face is Chris Pratt's face. I mentioned faces a lot, like Lady Gaga. Is that a Lady Gaga thing? Poker face. That's where I got it. Please ignore everything I just said, except for Bryce Cooke's life story starring Chris Pratt. It'll sell. I'm confident. My mom would buy a copy.
How do you feel about dating someone who could bench press your weight?
I mean, I am 247 pounds. If I can date someone who bench presses my weight, like listen, ladies, if you wanna get out there and CrossFit, if you wanna get buff and get bulky, I'm all about it. I will support you 110%. I will be there cheering you on. I will bring you water and a towel. But the thing is like, if you can bench 247 pounds, I'm terrified of you. I'm scared because I can't even bench press my own weight. So, whoo.
Have you ever gotten road rage, and why?
When I'm driving a car and people screw up, I'm just like, God, they're stupid, but I don't really have road rage. But when I'm a runner and I'm on a crosswalk and someone tries to turn into me because they don't realize that I have the right of way and that there's a crosswalk sign, I get so, I straight up kicked a car one time. I was here in Florida, I was running in the morning, somebody tried to turn into me and I straight up kicked a car when they stopped just short of hitting me. I have runner's rage against cars, but not road rage.
What food could you eat for your whole life?
It's either ice cream, carbs, or cheese, and if it's not one of those 3 things, then nuke it, get it out. Asparagus is also good, but I wouldn't eat that the rest of my life because it makes your pee smell, and no one likes your pee smelling. I mean, let's just all get to a mature level right now together. Let's all sit on the floor, let's talk about it. Nobody likes it when their pee smells. Does that answer your question? I hope so. I hope it does. I feel like it did.
What is the funniest name you have ever given to a condiment?
What? Are people out there naming condiments now? Is this something that I don't understand? I mean, I know we named cars and we named boats, but condiments? Really?
What's your most embarrassing moment?
High school. I mean, a lot of people have embarrassing moments in high school, but probably the peak of embarrassment, the peak of my embarrassment was high school. But I will say this, in advance, high school Bryce, you killed it. Way to go. You walked this off like a champ, so I'm proud of you, buddy. So I was an MC of a talent show, some talent show at my high school, whatever. Everybody came, so there was tons of people there, parents, whatever. And so at this time, I was a super fat kid. I was a super fat kid and I was co-hosting with my friend Charlie, and we decided, well, we need to have talents too, so we're gonna be fake magicians by doing really like stupid stuff. And so he was gonna make a bottle of water disappear before their eyes by just chugging in front of the audience, and me being a fat kid, I was gonna make a Twinkie disappear. Seems lowbrow, but trust me, it's really highbrow humor. But the thing is like, I went to go eat that Twinkie, but I shoved it all in my mouth to be impressive, and I choked on it. I choked on it and literally thought I was gonna die. Charlie was like trying to like give me the high. It was bad. Like we really thought that I was probably gonna die due to a Twinkie bit on stage. But I literally coughed that thing up and was like, well, on to the next act. So I mean, I was proud of myself that night to just, the show must go on. Like that whole mentality maintained. But yeah, that was really embarrassing for me because like everyone was there and like people talked about it for like a week afterwards about how I almost died on stage. So good times, good times.
Weirdest thing you've ever said to your mother and or father and or family?
Probably every conversation I have with my family, I honestly don't even remember. Like there is so much weird stuff that comes out of my mouth and my brother's mouths that I don't even know if I have any. I black it out. I think it gets so weird sometimes that I just black it out. Like it's traumatizing.
What is your least favorite thing to do?
My least favorite thing to do is pay for things. I'm not cheap. I will buy expensive things. Obviously the equipment to make this show is expensive, but I hate spending money. It's my least least favorite thing to do. When people are like, I want to go do this, I'm like, yes, I want to do that too. And then they're like, it's gonna cost this much. And all of a sudden, I am less excited to do that thing. Now, once I've actually swiped the card, I don't have buyer's remorse until after. Like, I have all the fun and stuff during, but then that buyer's remorse comes after. Or if I buy something I really, really want, buyer's remorse comes immediately after, and it's gripping. It's terrible. So that is the thing I like to do least, which makes me sound super cheap, but I swear to God, it's not that. It's just that I work hard for my money, okay? And so I respect the power of it, you know, so I just kind of try to conserve that power if I can.
What is your dream job?
Well, if my employers are watching, it's definitely what I'm doing now in real life. I love my job. Please don't fire me. But in real life, I think if I could do YouTube or live shows like I used to, like if I could do that full time for comedy just to make people laugh, because I love it. Making people laugh is such an energy high for me. I love it. Even if I don't have like a crowd in the room, just knowing that people watch my video and contact me later and say, hey, that really made me laugh and I had a rough day and I got to watch your video and that like made things better. That is really super cool for me. So if that was my day job, like for instance, I would love to work for like College Humor or Epic Rap Battles of History. If you've ever seen Epic Rap Battles of History, if I could be a part of that team with Nice Peter, if you're listening, Nice Peter. But seriously, if I could do comedy full time, I definitely 100% would. But I'm not funny enough, so that's a hurdle we have to jump first.
Yeah, that Nice Peter's great.
Thank you. Yep.
What's your favorite time of year?
Summer. That's why I chose a state that pretty much has summer weather year round. Florida.
If you had a personal tagline, what would it be?
Bryce Cooke. You could take him home to your mom. Cause I'm nice, right? Not to like date your mom. You know, like when people used to like date and introduce their... Okay, yep. Bryce Cooke, he puts his name on everything. Bryce Cooke, just as delicious as pudding, but not pudding. Bryce Cooke... That's it. Just my name. That's my tagline.
If someone asked you to show me the goodies, what would you show them?
Well, that's easy. If they asked me to show them the goodies, I would do just that. I would just whip them out. I would just whip out my goodies, which are cookies that I keep in my pocket all the time because I love sweets, okay? It's not a problem. If you're keeping cookies in your pocket, it's not a problem. You just love cookies. And that's okay to love things.
What is your favorite apocalyptic scenario? Zombie, robot uprising, meteor, rabbit tweens, etc.
I don't sit down and I'm like, man, this would be cool if like the whole world ended this way. But I would say of the ones that probably scare me the most, zombies. Because, okay, if they're just a regular walking zombies, I'm less scared. But if they're running zombies, if this is 28 days later zombies, I'm done. Like, that's it.
Those aren't zombies. It's a virus.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. A virus is the most likely scenario to happen to create those things, like 28 days later, World War Z, some sort of weird outbreak.
Running zombies aren't scary.
They are! Have you been chased by a running zombie, Trayvon? They're scary.
If you're being chased by a vampire, you're like, oh, I have no way out of this. Okay, whatever. Same with werewolves, whatever. There's no moment to have hope, so fear doesn't exist because you know you're gonna die. Walking zombies now, there's hope. You start to rebuild civilization, and the next thing you know, there's a million of them and you're dead. That's scarier.
Trayvon, we can agree to disagree on this because the thing is that there's hope leaves room for me to be cocky about it and like start killing things because they're just walking around. But if they're running at me, I do cardio pretty frequently, and if they're running at me, like, that's game over. That's the scariest crap ever because there is no hope. That's why it's so scary. I have to run for my life, and if I can't run fast enough, it's over. And that is terrifying to me. Like my fight or flight response would be flight 100%.
Either way, zombies can't run. They can't. They don't have the motor functions to run. They don't have the cognitive capacity.
You're right.
To speed themselves up.
You're right. I don't know what I was thinking.
I've done extensive zombie research.
I bet you have.
I hate running zombies.
Well, that's all the time we have for today, but again, we had a blast with your questions, so please help us keep this project going by putting your questions in the comments section below or hitting us up on Instagram at the BC Project for a chance to get your questions into the show. Until then, like, subscribe, and we'll see you next time there's an apocalypse. We'll just settle for next month.